President Trump just gave the green light for a Japanese steel company to merge with U.S. Steel. And that got us wondering, what does that mean for Gary, Indiana, where U.S. Steel has a huge presence? CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina goes digging for answers.
You're looking at the biggest steel plant in the country, Gary Works, owned by U.S. Steel. The facility and area now preparing for a $1 billion investment through a merger between Japanese-owned Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel. President Trump clearing the way for a possible acquisition through an executive order signed Friday. In a joint statement released, the companies say they've agreed to the terms of the government's national security agreement, mandating billions in investments and providing a golden share to the U.S. government. No specifics released yet.
We're waiting for final specific details.
Gary's Mayor Eddie Melton says he's in direct communication with the companies, but it's unclear how the billion they'll see here will break down. He says they've already discussed environmental concerns with both companies.
The last time the chairman was in Gary, I brought in members of GARD, which is our environmental community advocacy group, to meet with them briefly. Although it was only a few minutes, it still gave Nippon an idea of the concerns that the community has historically when it comes down to the environmental impacts.
People know they're sick. They know they're getting sick.
Carolyn McGrady is part of that advocacy group, hoping this merger means moving away from coal-powered steelmaking.
And so we think it only makes sense to move into the next stage of steelmaking, which is to produce steel without the blast furnace being the evil eye here.
The months-long investigation we brought you recently found the plant that would get this money released more pollutants than any other steel or iron mill tracked by the EPA across the country. Hillary Lewis is with an environmental nonprofit called Industrious Labs. They recently released a report detailing pollution and the health costs in Gary.
Gary Works alone is responsible for over 30,000 cases of asthma symptoms every year.
She says they're one of a number of groups waiting for more details on the merger and what will be addressed when it comes to pollution here.
Now, within 3 miles of the Gary Works facility, 97% of people are people of color and 62% are low income.
I'm Tara Molina, CBS News Chicago investigators.
Tara reached out to Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel. She has not heard back from either yet, but will be updating the story as soon as she does hear online.